Yay!
And I brought some pink. Where's my stash here?
Let me see the bra, because you know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to
Are
do?
you going to put it on?
I'm going to, after I hang it up with a sign that says, "This is the bra that belong to Estela."
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Estela.
Hey, it's for a good cause. It's for a good cause.
Yes, it is.
And I need to give away some bracelets too.
Oh, good.
yeah.
Bracelets. So yes,
Oh,
Those
that's
are
so
nice.
awesome.
Yeah, those are very nice. Let me see.
Are those stand with Estela braces?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And remember,
Yay.
we just kicked off actually Friday with a big campaign. $30,000 was donated to the fund and commitments for more money.
Wow.
So on Friday, I celebrated the first year of the funding of the fund.
Yeah.
We've raised about $250,000.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And distributed about $140,000.
That's amazing.
I thought it was $90,000. It's actually $140,000 that we've distributed through the fund in compression sleeves, wigs, gift cards through the Rio Grande Cancer Foundation. So that's pretty cool.
Very
I want to
nice.
see that money to work. I don't want it to just sit there.
Well, yeah.
and not do anything. So this is really exciting.
That is awesome.
Congratulations.
It is awesome.
And I think that's because you are so loved in this city. I mean, you know, whenever anybody, you know, talks to me, one of the questions that comes up is, "Oh my God, you used to work with Estela," and I'm like, "I know,
Oh my
so
goodness.
cool," you know, and everybody just loves you. Everybody just loves you.
I think probably we have a connection because I've been so open about. I was really open about my thyroid cancer, and you know, when I was a high risk mom, when I had my last son after a tubal ligation, and so this is my truth. I couldn't hide it. I couldn't go on the air, you know, or be off, you know, for a week or two and then come back. It's like, what happened to you? Oh, well, nothing.
Yeah.
So you have to be open. It's for the greater good.
Yeah.
It's,
Or
it's
like
to
on
help
TV,
women.
we come back and it's a totally other person
Right.
Yeah.
playing the part of Estela Casas, but they
Well,
never tell you.
Oh, I know.
You're just
Yeah.
supposed to believe it's
filling
that
in
person.
filling in
Yeah.
for. So this is somebody asked me last night, you know, why did you talk about this stuff so publicly? Because I have been very public about this because people need to talk about breasts.
It's true.
You know, it's like, oh my gosh, no, I can't talk about that. And honestly, I've been wanting to do stories on women with breast cancer, and they're shy. They're shy about it. They don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Even now, you know, my grandmother had breast cancer when I was very young, so in like the mid 70s, and I heard it called breast cancer once.
Oh yeah, you don't
And
talk
that
about
was
those things.
it. And then after that, everything was very behind closed doors. And when she went to go get her double mastectomy, the whole bit, nothing. We never got any information about it. As
They
the
call
younger
it like
kids.
some kind of a code word, right?
Yes, and it was always very whispered about.
Right.
Very whispered about.
Yeah.
And we need to talk about these things, and we need to inform our children, our girls, and our boys,
Yeah.
because boys do get breast cancer, and men also get breast cancer. So we have to be very open and honest about what we're going through. I did 6 rounds of chemo, 18 rounds of immunotherapy.
Oh my gosh.
So when the chemo ended and my hair started coming back, I had to continue 12 more sessions every 21 days. I finished my last one September 6th, so
Yeah.
that was cool. Underwent double mastectomy and reconstruction surgery. So it's been a journey. You know, I'd heard a journey. I'd covered this issue for more than 30 years, and I thought I knew. I thought I knew what these
Right.
women were going through. I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, until you walk in somebody's shoes, you go, "Oh my God, this is pretty sobering."
I
It's
remember
very
for
intense.
many, many years during the month of October. I think it was during the 10 o'clock news. I would hear you say,
Keep abreast
'cause
of your health.
Yeah, you would wear. I think you would wear like a pink ribbon or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
and you would always make a mention of that during the month of October.
Yes, we would mention it every month through the year on the 7th of the month, and then
Right.
through October we
Yeah.
have different campaigns. So now it's really closer to home.
Boy, I'll
and
say.
you got to talk about it. You got to be open about it.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
and you know, the thing is that so many women, my own sister, my eldest sister, she has not gotten a mammogram in 4 years. And I'm like, yo, what are you thinking?
The thing is, you know, I had a mammogram 8 months before.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even coming up on my mammogram, and I got a tetanus shot. I went in and went to my doctor for my normal checkup for my thyroid medication, and I went in and she says, "Have you had a tetanus shot?" I said, "No." "Do I need one?" "Well, yeah, you should get one. It's like, okay, well, let me have one. So I got one on my right arm, and at night I had flu-like symptoms. I didn't feel well. I took a nap in between newscasts, and it was just kind of weird, and it hurt. So, but I forgot about it because I was so excited about going to New York and to D.C., like a week later. It's like, whatever. But it was still red, and it was still hurting, so I was taking a little bit of Tylenol, ibuprofen, whatever. And so we went off to our trip, and a friend of mine, very dear friend of mine, who has really helped me through this journey, Estela Casas, she's a physical therapist. And we all went. There was a group of 8 of us who went to New York, and she was supposed to come back to El Paso. She said, I'm gonna go with you guys to D.C. So she changed her flight. We got some train tickets. We did all of that stuff, and so we're getting ready to tour the White House, not the White House, Capitol Hill, and with Beto O'Rourke. And I'm finished showering, and I said, "Hey, Sandra, what do you think of this? There's this thing here on my arm. There's a cord. There's this. So if you can imagine, like a guitar cord.
Oh my goodness!
It was like a little cord here." And she says, "You need to go see the doctor when we get back." So she's my angel, because if I hadn't showed it to her,
yes,
I wouldn't have gone in until December.
Really?
Yeah.
That wouldn't have. That wouldn't
you would
have
have just waited.
I would have just
bells
waited.
wouldn't have gone off when you saw that.
You're busy. You've
How
got
was I
things
supposed
to
know?
do.
How was I
Yeah.
supposed to know that that was connected to something going on in
well,
the breast?
true.
Right? I thought it was just in the arm.
Sure.
So we went in, and the doctor said, "Oh, let's just get an ultrasound just in case." And sure enough, it was. I had bilateral breast cancer.
And just think, none of that would have happened or have been detected had you not gone along with the tetanus shot suggestion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's my other angel. So my doctor calls
Yeah.
me and says, "What happened?" I said, "You saved my life."
Because you probably
Yeah.
wouldn't have thought
Chills.
anything of it until you had
Till
worse symptoms,
till December.
or
Right.
until it was time to
Right.
take another mammogram.
Right. And honestly, all women's breasts are lumpy. Everybody has stuff going on in their breasts. And I had been followed. There was areas in my breast that the doctor was following.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, "Are these, some of the lumps and bumps that you've been following?" He said, "No, this is totally new."
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't that frightening?
It's terrifying.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
terrifying. And so when he said that, so Monday, I went in on a Saturday to get the ultrasound. On Monday, I got the call. On Tuesday, I had the biopsies, because they biopsied each breast and a lymph node. Wednesday, I got my partial diagnosis, but they knew it was cancer. Thursday, I got a breast MRI. Friday, I had a PET scan. So it was all so fast.
Yeah.
And so I was supposed to have surgery 2 weeks later, and they said, "No, we have to give you chemotherapy first."
Yeah.
So it was really fast. It's been a year, and it's been quite a year.
Boy,
And